Hello everyone, I am Dr. Tawab and I'm the co-chair of ISPRM Communications Committee, and today I have with me Dr. Carolina, who has just delivered an amazing keynote lecture on when is a good time for amputees to get rehabilitation services. So I would just start with asking you, when is it the really good time for them to get transferred to rehabilitation services?
Definitely the best time is before they are an amputee, so that we can be part of the team who's deciding the level of the amputation and who's deciding how they're going to fit the patient. But if you don't do that, well, the best time after that is as soon as the surgery is done. And we start working with the patients on the third day after the surgery.
And how does it affect, how much different does it make in the quality of life of an amputee when he's transferred late to rehabilitation services as compared to the one who has gotten the consultation before amputation?
It's completely different because we have a very holistic way of seeing life. So when we're talking with the patient at the very beginning, we're asking him what he will be doing at the very end. So what sports he likes, what recreation he does, what job he has, if he goes to school. So when we start rehabilitation, we sit with the patient and we get a knowledge of all this, and then we start organizing the programs and the procedures we'll give him and whatever. So I think that is very, very important.
Yeah. And can you also tell us about some of the recent advances that have been there in terms of prostheses for these patients?
There have been many, many advances now. All the bionic prostheses or different prostheses with gyroscopes, they're sending messages to the prosthesis every 1,000 messages per second.
Yeah.
So the speed is adapted, the changes of terrain are adapted. They're really excellent. But of course, they have the component of money, whether it's possible or not in each country to have that type of technology, or whether it's worth it, because it's not the technology that makes the amputee walk. What makes him walk and work and do sports and is his head.
Yeah.
So it's not only the technology, it's a complement of many things that make this possible.
Yeah. And when an amputee presents to a rehabilitation services before his amputation, what are some of the key components on which a rehabilitation specialist works on with him at that time?
That is very patient adapted. So I just go there and see what they need. Sometimes patients need to cry. Sometimes they have 100 questions to ask. They're very controlling, or they're very, I don't care, just do it. So it's very patient-based. But we're there for them. We are there to answer all the questions. Sometimes I'm just holding a hand or telling him, well, I've seen this movie 100 times. It ends well, so trust me. And many times they tell me they walk and they start the whole process on my energy, and then they get their own.